Dear students, while the first two PPTs that have been sent have helped you, hopefully, in learning the math question, here I am sending one more video that will help you to learn the marking better. For this, you have to note the curves along the outline. For example, if you consider this part as the neck, you have one curve here, go upward, you have one more curve here. So from this curve, if you move to the left for about 1 centimeter, you can mark Takshashila. Similarly, when you come downward, this part again, if you come downward, not straight, slightly low, you can mark one more point, that is Harappa. And coming to this point, slightly below that, you can mark one more point, Jallianwala Bagh. Similarly, along the line, if you come downward, now this we call the projected part. So from here, slightly downward, about half a centimeter, you can mark Dandi. And further down, now there are no clues possible. So from Dandi, if you come downward, maybe for 2 centimeters, you can mark one more point very close to the outline. That should be Bombay. And further, when you come down, the next place you can mark is Pondicherry. For Pondicherry, note there are two projected points, one and the second one. So the second point very close to the line, you can mark Pondicherry. And upward when you come, now you can see a curve here, a bulge. So you can mark the center of the bulge as Kanchipuram. Further, when you go upward, you come along the line. Now here you have a part which is almost similar to the northern part of India. Hence, take this as a clue. The beginning of this, slightly below this, diversion, you can mark a point that should be Calcutta. If you move upward, now you have a part which is something similar to the western part. Hence, here you can mark, you can take this as a clue. So from here, this curve, from there if you come about 2.5 centimeter, and from this line about half a centimeter, you can mark a point that should be Pataliputra. Then further you take this line along. So here you have no places. So along the outline map, you have a few places marked. With regard to Panipat, Meerut, Delhi and Agra, please note, now this point, now here you have the line running like this. No, that is the border to Nepal. So from this point, slightly towards left, please note it is not on the line. It is slightly below, to the left. You can mark Meerut, and slightly below that, leftward from Meerut towards left, you can mark one more point about half a centimeter, Delhi, and further lower about half a centimeter, you can mark Agra. So you can see Meerut, Delhi, Agra, almost marking a triangular part 1, 2 and 3. And then if you move upward, for this you can take this as the here tip. So from this about say 2.5 centimeters, you can mark a point. So you have Panipat, Meerut, Delhi, Agra. And coming to the south, now you have marked Dandi, you have marked Bombay. So if you imagine a center point to this, about 3 centimeters towards the right, you can mark Devagiri. And further downward, here you have no such clues. Therefore, what you can do is imagine the point which is almost center to this tip here. So from this to this point a straight line, you can mark a point. Now that should be about 2 centimeters from the diverted part. If you take this as the diversion from here, about 2 centimeters, you can mark a point here, and slightly below that towards the left you can mark Bijapur, Badami, Hampi, Halebeedu and Srirangapatna. Now these you can just imagine, because the entire outline map is very small. Therefore, the slightest variation will not matter much. Hence, you can imagine a line, say about this. If you have marked Kanchi or if you have marked Hampi, now slightly close to that towards the left, you can mark Halebeedu, and slightly towards the right, about half a centimeter, you can mark Srirangapatna. Hence, the map question can be made easier by practicing the places to be marked near accuracy. There is no 100% accuracy, but at least closer to the accuracy you can mark the places. Thank you.